Your ascension is not yet complete. Enter you may, and enter you shall, but first you must remember, the fragments of your mind and soul are still in disarray. Collect them, arrange them, and then you will be ready for what lies beyond. Your journey may yet take you deep within the corners and castles of Rivlon's. Once more, a great power, great one. Your journey may yet take you deep.
What's this I've spotted?
Blast! Leandra is a few steps ahead of us yet. I think we can safely guess it was she who used this path and broke the mirror behind her. We'll have to take the hard way through the temple.
Onward then, to the trial of Ascension. We'll make short work of it.
There's nothing we can't overcome now.
Once more, a great one. Your journey may yet...
You'll need to find more starstones. I cannot What's more, if I believe ours still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the I am. We saw, but what so many tell me? Did you ever know? They came on a quiet. We climbed the source from that moment. We were my sister, Leandra. Their day, we were a kid, as you know, but it was her heart, my. How might I serve our mission? Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I tell. I know of him, that he stood by your side on battlefields large as cities. She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. She is more than a woman, though less than a goddess. She knows you. You have wronged her. She is part of the ask, and I shall answer. Alas, the answers to those questions. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutable. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of...
Have we here? A study? A library?
Guardians, dear guardians, when I see your faces, it is like the barriers of time tumble in upon themselves. But oh, how my heart aches when I think of the duty you adopted. It was more than even the gods had the right to ask of you. You did not want it, but you took it upon yourselves nonetheless, though many wailed and many wept. In a raptured world, wherein all resolve had crumbled, you renounced life and liberty to stand guard and protect every last morsel of creation. When I despair, I think of your sacrifice. In my darkest hours, I cherish the resolve that was you.
Good thing to be cherished.
Even though apparently we had to give up life and liberty for that to happen.
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn! About me. The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your to ask or search. I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set.
My map is slowly filling up with secrets. I've already read this.
I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall. I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and
My map is slowly filling up with secrets.
I give not you for lost. From this descent, celestial virtues rising will appear more glorious and more dread than from no fall.
Insist you both hear what I say. Much depends on... Well, there you both are. Marvelous. Your efforts have borne even more fruit. A new piece of the Weaver's been hard at work with the thread Starstone has borne her, and a whole portion of history has been Rejoice, my friends, rejoice, for now...
After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The Void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box? The two generals offered themselves. They would give up life and glory to stand sentinel. Transformed into immortal beings, they would be the Void's eternal guardians. They placed the box and the guardians in the First Garden, home of Astarte and of the world's most beautiful power, Source. For time immemorial, the Guardians stood by the God Box, no longer human in body or in mind, but duty personified.
The choice, friend, the choice. You'll have to speak to the statue before we know what you'll find through the portal. See this statue there? Lovely fellow. You should really have a chat with him and choose an elemental. The choice, friend, the choice. You'll have to speak to the statue before we know what you'll find through the portal. Choice, friend, the choice. You'll have to speak to the statue before we know what you'll find through the portal.
Yes, it is.
Friend, the choice. You'll have to speak to the statue before
Yes,
we know
indeed.
what you'll...
That is our... Rocks and forest. This is a plane worthy of an earth elemental, all right.
You say you will serve them. You say they have your loyalty still, despite their utter failure. Foolish creature. Chain your fate to theirs, and you are chained to certain downfall.
Can't you tell? I'm the universe. You're the universe. We're all the universe. It's a beautiful thing, to be sure. I noticed you were bringing this place in close contact with the spirit of nature, and I thought to myself, that's where I belong. Thanks for putting me up. May the Earth's vibrations rock you. Welcome back. The rock spirit with utmost pleasure, my friend. The Earth's knowledge is meant to be shared. May the Earth's...
Are we doomed to a life without refreshments?
You've returned, my brilliant friend. What is it that you wish to know? Take care, my friend. You've returned, my brilliant friend. What is it that you wish to know? Take care.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What?
Welcome back. The rock spirit within me greets the rock spirit within you. May the earth's
So that is who we were. Demigod guardians of the God Box.
That is not who we were. That is who they were, the ones that hijacked our souls.
We weren't hijacked. We were chosen. Indeed, we were beings of supreme importance once. Who's to say we cannot be again?
Found any interesting treasure, Source Hunter? Anything you'd like to share? Oh, I had the most beautiful dream, so...
spark it takes to sap a human to fame.
Dear Starstone Commanders, I do apologize for the state your homestead is currently in. It's like a zoo in here, or worse, an imparium. That's right. These red little blighters appeared as out of nowhere when another one of the portals became active. God 7 or 700, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's imps. Stumbled, yes! The exact word. A stab in the dark that I wish had simply gotten rid of them all. This is the end of time, for heaven's sake. Band of... Why, I'm not one of them. Not one of those Edna. But talk to them if you must. No, what I need is the sound of a symphony, a whiff and a swig of old tasty wine, and a...
What a wonderful place this is. A lovely locale to rest my weary belly. Far better than the hellish plains we imps are used to. Yes, I think we'll stick around. With your...
Well, aren't you going to...
I sense an eerie presence here. Demons.
Here, you do not disappoint. I knew you'd come this way. Room by room, you encroach upon this territory, woefully torn from time. No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You excruciate beyond all thinkable bearing. You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the void. So relent, Guardians. Relent. You did your duty long.
Duty. I wonder what he meant by that.
And I wonder why we have the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
I didn't expect to find the likes of you here. Fallen stars, forgotten angels from on high. How long has it been? An age, an eon. But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of your kind ought to be a bit stronger about yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better. My autobiography will hardly serve you. What's far more relevant is what I see in you. Quite crucial, your survival, isn't it? And you do seem such a reasonable sort to boot. There's very little pleasure greater than dealing with a reasonable sort, I find. To see you again. Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better.
You're both here once more. Can you guess what's happened? Surely by now you know the sign. Take a look. All your work has not been for naught. This last starstone you discovered has given the Weaver just what she needed to mend another portion of the tapestry. Another tantalizing tidbit of long-lost history awaits us. Another piece of your story is ours to discover. Oh, how very thrilling.
For millennia, the God Box was flanked by the two devoted guardians. But Astarte's playmate, a creature called the Trife, turned her attention to the forbidden box. I may know a way to destroy what's inside, hissed the scheming creature. Together, we can set the Guardians free. Open its lid, Astarte, and we can have a look together. Astarte trusted her friend and assented. She pitied the Guardians and welcomed a chance to free them. Let me help you, she whispered into the ear of one. I know your duty, but you both deserve a chance at freedom. Haven't you suffered enough of this chore? She asked the other. Look, your companion is free already. The Guardians, unaccustomed to such attention, started. She had planted a seed of curiosity within them, rekindled a desire that had, for eons, lain dormant. Slowly, they glanced at one another. And the Trife's trap was sprung.
See this statue there? Lovely fellow. You should really have a chat with him and choose an elemental.
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
Source Hunter, I have heard the tale of Prontua, a mortal who promised the god she would always fetch their water. She was driven mad by the unchanging task far before the god's thirst was quenched. Do you not find it strange that the gods would allow mortals to volunteer for such responsibilities? It seems humanity is very free. Free even from the judgment of the gods. Free to find greatness and failure both. There are worse fates, I think. I am on the trail, Source Hunter. Jared, he lost his way. Or perhaps he never found it.
We were seduced, then tricked into neglecting our duty for the briefest of moments.
We did was glance at one another. If that's a sin, there's not an innocent in all the world.
That box contained the Void Dragon. Nothing should have distracted us from guarding it.
Oh, it's so cold in here.
Dearest guardians, how I rejoice at the sight of your growth, both in power and in prowess. And yet I cannot help but wonder, will it ever be enough? Will you craft yourselves once more into the warriors that you were? In the end, you are like infants still, infants that would perish with a broken wail had they not their mother's milk to suckle. But you always were like children, weren't you? As are we all in the eyes of the gods. And yet they set an impossible task before you, then blamed you when you failed. How foolish even the divines can be, how lacking in compassion.
I do feel like a child, being kept in the dark about so many things.
I guess we'll have to find more Starstone and grow up.
By the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be? You've come home. Could I be more explicit? This place is your home, your rules, naturally. What would you like to know? Off to
Like wildfire!
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. We on a good day.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
Say, have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
I say it's a bit drafty in here, isn't it? Are we near a vent?
Aye, aye, Captain.
How did you find Hive this time of year, dear Kara? Good to see you on the shelter plane. It shall be my pleasure. How very right you, from what I can, the perhaps that I think perhaps we know he longs for a return to a pre-creation. Did you? The temple? But first you should get of all the, you'll have to redouble your efforts, my friend. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot.
I
wonder how much of a
have you seen my
spark
magic
it
box?
takes to zap
It's
a
got all
human
kinds
to
of
vapor.
wonders stashed inside.
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
You know what are great? Jokes. Oh, I could tell a joke or two. Free on a good day.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie.
My friend!
Shadows hide your loyal servant. Once more, a great power. Ah, great one. Your ascension is not yet complete. Your journey may yet take you deep.
Chill to the bone. awaits you. A stitch in time, eh, my friends? As good as a new penny.
Into the fray once more.
As good as the new penny. Into the fray once more.
You approach a man dressed in all too familiar immaculate robes, with a strange voice marked by occasional growls that a boar might make. He is about to cast a spell on a terrified bunny, which he is gripping tightly in his worn and claw-like hands. Your approach startles him, however, causing him to relax his hold. Feeling the pressing fingers slipping from its little body, the bunny manages to break free and quickly disappears.
Curse you! I've got a few words left in this barren throat of mine, and it took me the damnedest time to get my paws on that long-eared good-for-naught. Elaborate on what? That I have no voice unless I take one, eh? That I am mute unless I make other voices mine? Mine for an infuriatingly short time? And what do you care about a dumb deer, you cretin? What do you care about a...
The Immaculate seems to be rapidly losing his ability to speak, managing only to growl like a boar in heat. Then he coughs violently and falls completely silent as he mouths torrents of unspoken expletives. His intention is rather hard to misread, though. He'll tear you limb from limb unless you do him that courtesy first.
overheating here!